Sorry, everybody, we're having a little difficulty with our sound, but I think we got it good. Thanks for commenting on the chat. Hello, I'm Ryan McMahon. I'm the sales director here at Cooper, and thank you for joining us for our first Cooper After Hours. We are extremely excited about this opportunity to bring you informative topics that are relative to your business, that we hope that can drive some value and help you create more business opportunities and value with your end users. Today we have our EV manager, John, as well as our energy lighting manager, Drew. So they'll be touching on those exciting topics, as well as we will be raffling off an EV charger and some Milwaukee new earbuds. So with that, I'd like to introduce John, our EV manager.
Thanks, Ryan. My name is John Behar. I'm the EV Solutions Manager for Cooper Electric Supply. Today, I'm going to be talking about a couple of different things. Predominantly, we're going to touch base on the EV chargers. We're going to touch base on the adapters, and we're going to touch base on some charging basics. First thing we're going to talk about is the levels of charging. Most people are not familiar with the different types of charging, so we're going to quickly touch base on that now. So the first level that we have is level 1. That charger is typically 110 powered. So that's going to get you most of the time charging speeds that are 3 to 5 miles of range. It's really not useful for most daily use. Level 2 charging is typically what we see both in the workplace and at home. Those chargers are most of which what we're going to be talking about today. And then the last but not least is we're going to be talking about the level 3 charging. Level 3 charging is what you're going to see on I-95 corridor. You're going to see those in rest stops, and you're going to see those mostly in the wild. So what really has changed in the EV landscape and what has changed for Cooper is the adoption of the EVs as a whole has increased. Most of the time, we're seeing gas-powered vehicles, and we're seeing EVs more frequently in our parking lots. Sorry about that. So I'm going to have Murph pull up here the EV charging circuits and the mileage ranges per hour. And we're going to talk about the differences. So the circuit breakers that we have, 100 amp breaker, we're looking at maximum output of about 80 amps. We're looking at power delivery at 19.2 kW. That's going to get you anywhere from 35 to 75 miles of range. We have a 60 amp breaker. It's 48 amp, and that's going to get you about 11.5 miles of kilowatts of charging.
Hold on a second, John. We just got to notice that there's sounds being duplicated, so bear with us for 1 second. I apologize. All right, we're back. Sorry for the delay there.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it. So sorry for the technical difficulties there, but we're back and we can continue discussing. So in regards to the EV charging circuits and mile range per hour added, roughly what you're going to see in the space here is anywhere from 15 amp circuits all the way up to 100 amp circuits. So in summary, if you have a 100 amp breaker, you're going to see anywhere from 35 to 75 miles of range. If you had a 15 amp breaker, you're going to see anywhere from 5 to 11 miles of range added to your vehicle per hour of charging. The biggest takeaway from that is not all chargers are created equal, and not all breakers are created equal. So if you're installing a charger in a customer's home or in your own home, really want to aim for that between 40 to 50 amp breaker if power is no issue. Ultimately, if you have larger power availability, you can go as high as 60 amps on the breaker side if that charger will allow. We're going to dive into some residential chargers. Most of these chargers are going to be around the 48 amp to 50 amp range. The first charger that we're going to pull up here is going to be a charge point charger. That's going to give you 48 amps of charging speed. Thank you. So this charger here is the ChargePoint CPH 50. This is the Home Flex. This is ChargePoint's flagship residential charger. You will see that it comes in a NEMA 1450 configuration. So that's going to plug directly into a receptacle, a like receptacle of NEMA 1450. It also comes in a NEMA 650 and a hardwired variant. So the hardwired variant is just going to come without this whip here, and you're going to run directly into this station. The faceplate comes off. You can unscrew bottom here. There's a security screw. You can remove the whip if you'd like, or you can purchase it for slightly cheaper without that whip. And you can hardwire it so your customer or you can run it at a full 48 amps. To go with this charger, it comes with a standard cable. You will see that this is in a J1772. The J1772 is really going to be for any vehicle that is not a Tesla. So most of the vehicles in the market today have this port, J1772. Like I said, Cooper offers it in a few different variants. The 6 different options we offer, 3 of which are J1772. One's in the NEMA 1450, which is here, the NEMA 650, and the hardwired SKU. We also now offer it in a NAGS adapter. So NAGS means this can plug directly into your Tesla with no adapter needed. That comes in the same 1450, 650, and hardwired SKU. Gonna hand this back here. The second charger we're going to review is the Eaton charger. So each one of these manufacturers is slightly different. You're going to get pretty much the same experience with slight differences. The biggest thing to note here is this is a little bit larger of a unit than that ChargePoint Home Flex, and for good reason. This charger is different in a sense that it comes with its own built-in breakers. So you're going to see that this has proprietary Eaton breakers and all of the protections done here on the unit, unlike the ChargePoint unit that relies on external breakers. You're going to see the same box charger with the same cable, the same 1450 configuration. This charger, however, does not come in multiple variants. There's one SKU for the Eaton charger, and it does come in the J1772 configuration. So again, if you're shopping for an EV charger, you've got a few different options as far as brands that Cooper stocks. We'll touch on one more residential option here. Last but not least, you're going to see the wall box charger. This is the Polestar. The Polestar comes in 2 configurations, NEMA 1450 and NEMA 650. Biggest difference is with this 1450 version, you can remove the whip and you can hardwire it, so you can charge it at a full 48 or 50 amps, unlike the 650 variant. The 650 variant has to use the whip. You don't have the ability of removing that. All of these chargers, like I said, come in J1772. So if you're interested in the wall box charger, you just would need to ensure that your customer has a vehicle that can accept it. In the event they want a wall box charger and they don't have the ability to plug directly into it like the ChargePoint Tesla charger, we've got a couple of different adapters. And if you're familiar with our website, which most of you are, you'll see that we have most of our products on the website. These products are new and we have not had a chance to upload them. You guys are getting the exclusive here. So the first adapter you're going to see here is what's called a NAGS to J1772, or J1772 to NAGS rather. What that means is if I took that wall box charger, I could plug directly into here, and then I could take this end and plug it directly into my Tesla. So if you don't want to go out and you don't want to buy a charger, or maybe you and someone you live with has 2 different types of vehicles, you can keep this in your glove box. You can use that same charger, you can share the charger, and it's super simple to just take your charger that you have at home, flip it into this adapter, push it on, and plug it directly into your Tesla. The second type of charging adapter that we have here is actually the reverse. You're going to see that there's a NAGS connector on the bottom and a J1772 here. So where this comes into play is if you have a Tesla charger at home, and you need to plug this into a non-Tesla vehicle, or maybe you have a Tesla charger at home and you have a friend coming to visit, this is the adapter that's really going to help you to accomplish that. I know the box here says that this is the J1772 to Tesla, but it's actually the Tesla to J1772, and that's a little bit more expensive. It's about $139. Last but not least, you're going to see is the CCS to NAGS. The CCS to NAGS is the one that you see on the screen. What this is going to do is if you have a Tesla and you can't find a Tesla supercharger while you're on the road, you can actually go to any charger. So a lot of you live close to Electrify Americas or Apple Green or any of those third-party chargers that you see. If you wanted to plug into that, unfortunately, those chargers configurations don't plug directly into a Tesla. So this adapter here allows you to be able to utilize any of the chargers on the road. So if I owned a Tesla, I could take this, plug it into my car, plug directly into that Electrify America, charge, and continue down the road. Like I said, each one of these adapters that we have here today is available through Cooper. We're going to have this listed on our website here shortly. So if you are interested, you can either reach out to us directly or you can stand by and we'll have these available for the website. Additionally, outside of the adapters, we also stock and carry a lot of commercial options. So there's both level 2 and level 3 commercial options. Most of the time when you're on the road and you're looking for a charger that's going to give you a charge and you plan to be there anywhere from 2 to 8 hours, that's going to be a level 2 charger. We have those in both wall mounts, bollard mounts, single ports, or dual ports. The level 3 options are going to be those larger chargers. The larger chargers you typically see, that's when you're going to spend, as little as 20 minutes charging your vehicle. We have those level 3 options available for those larger projects. Just note that most of those chargers require larger wire, larger gear, proprietary, pads. There's all different types of functions, but here at Cooper, the EV department can help you build out those projects or work with you if you have engineers speccing those projects. We have a lot of different offerings from a variety of different manufacturers. Myself and my team can help you build up those. While I'm up here, we're going to look at the chat and see if there's any EV related questions that I can address. And if there are, I'll try to do that in the amount of time that we have here allotted. So I'll give you guys a couple of seconds. If there's anything that comes to mind, please let me know. If not, later on in this call, we should be able to get to them.
Questions?
Well, I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to pass it over back to Ryan. Thank you so much.
Thanks again, John. Also, like John mentioned, think about the gear and infrastructure opportunities that balance the system, electrical opportunities downstream. We can support you in all those resources. We can utilize our gear team and collaborate with John and his team to help support you on these EV projects. So start thinking about your customer base and where those needs are for EV opportunities. With that, I'm going to turn it over. We're going to switch gears to Drew and Energy Lighting. Drew?
Yep. Right. Thank you, Brian. Nice job, John. Yep. So as Brian mentioned, my name is Drew McMahon. I'm the Energy Lighting Manager here at Cooper Electric. I've been with the company for 11 years now, starting off as a sales specialist with the Energy Division, moving over to commercial lighting for a little bit, and then now back with the Rebates really taking off in specifically New Jersey, back heading up a team of the Energy Lighting Department. So before we jump into some of the rebates, I just wanted to give you some of the services that my team can provide to you. All lighting retrofit projects, it's kind of a corny slogan, but any or all, big or small, we take them. Utility rebate experts, we're really well versed in all the territories, incentives, and how the program works and what paperwork's needed. Energy audits and site visits, more than willing and happy to go out and help you guys build a material. If you have an opportunity and you need a hand, just kind of walking through the buildings, doing counts and et cetera. ROI proposals, we have a really good software that generates the return on investment, shows you, potential energy savings, and obviously your payback period. Design build, we have the skills. If you have a project where you don't have a spec, might be just a bare bone warehouse, we can come out, take the dimensions, just say if it was a warehouse, and build out your bill of material for you there too. Lamp and ballast recycling, it's kind of a forgotten thing, but it is a service that we offer. We stock boxes and buckets here at CDC. and it's something that, like I mentioned, it's kind of an afterthought, but we've been starting to include it into some projects. Project management and rebate paperwork. We do take care of that incentive paperwork on behalf of the customer, which takes a lot out of their court. Project management, obviously, making sure everything gets delivered in a timely manner and quoted, obviously. Just some high level overview on some program requirements in mostly all territories, not just Jersey specific. So it's no residential to be eligible for these. Everything must be a commercial property, and it has to be an existing building. So think of it as no new construction and no residential to be an eligible product. Everything must be a 1-for-1 replacement. So you're taking a fixture down and you're putting one back up right in its place. And you must be replacing old technology and switching it out with an LED. So metal halide to LED, high pressure sodium to LED, T8, T5, and T12 to LED, all eligible. So you can't really do, if there's an existing facility that has LED in the space, you can't replace that with a new LED, just say if the old ones were failing. So it has to be all old technology to new. And then finally, you must show a decrease in wattage. So the existing fixture, the new fixture going in has to be less wattage that needs to be reported to the utility. So the big talk is definitely between all different territories, whether it's PA, upstate New York, or New Jersey, are these instant rebate programs. They've been successful for us. I think, at least speaking on New Jersey, we've been participating in PSE&Gs and JCP&Ls for the past 3 years, and it's been incredible results. But overall, we participate in PSE&G, JCP&L, PICO, PP&L, and National Grid, just to name a few there. It's an instant discount on material right at the point of sale. So you go into the counter, you give them the information provided, which is usually very minimal, and we could deduct the rebate off the unit price right there and then. So it's no waiting on incentive checks like previous programs where we had to apply, customer dish out the full money, and then they have to wait for a check in the end. It's more so it's cut and dry right up front. So it's really a good program for end users and contractors both. And not to mention you're buying it at a competitive price. So if you're going up against another contractor on a project, you kind of have, you will have the edge there. Minimal paperwork, as I mentioned before, which is always something that deterred customers or contractors from participating in these programs because it was a lot of back and forth, a lot of application work, a lot of paperwork. So now it's really streamlined to the point where it's only an end user contact information, but potentially a copy of the electric bill, and you're off and running. As I mentioned in the previous programs, there were pre-inspections, which kind of held up the project to get approved by the utilities. So now there's no pre-inspection, so it pushes right through, but each project is subject to a post-inspection. And then finally, from invoice date of material, the contractor has 60 days to complete the work. So that keeps everything moving. They want it to be a fast over-the-counter type of program, just to keep everything flowing. So really, contractors out, let us help you win this business. We utilize our expertise with these programs. If you go back in the Rolodex, if you have a project that you recently did, putting in T5 HO high bays into a warehouse or strip fixtures, let's see if we can get back in touch with your customer and get back in the building to see if we could utilize these programs going forward. So it's a good opportunity to kind of open the box again on some previous work that you've done. Building owners, property management groups, and schools, we could help upgrade your lighting while keeping costs low. That's super important, and you're also saving on your electric bill at the same time. So if anybody on this stream is a building owner, property management, school, you're gonna see super savings there. So some easy targets just from doing these types of projects throughout the last couple of years. Obviously, warehouses, offices, schools, medical, and site lighting. And all those fixtures, speaking specifically in New Jersey, have a potential to be purchased as low as $1. So there's been a lot of projects where we've sold fixtures for as low as $1. So that's kind of the basics of the background information on these certain programs, but I really want to show you some eye-opening numbers because I think this will really stick and pique some interest. So the first one, we did an office building a couple years ago where we had 280 as a quantity 4-foot strip fixtures. The normal retail full package lighting price on that project, if we were to sell it without a rebate, $28,280. I think it was PSE&G at the time. They offered a $28,000 rebate on that project. So out of pocket net price that we sold this project to the customer for was $280. So again, that's a $28,280 normal retail lighting package price, slapped a $28,000 rebate on it there, and we were able to sell it out the door for $280. Just another quick example, a warehouse we did, 130 high bay lights, normal package price, $26,130. Again, the utility offered a $26,000 rebate right up front. Customer out the door price, purchasing it at the counter or from inside sales, $130. I was mentioning to these guys in the room before I had a more expensive dinner over the weekend. So yeah, that's the basics really. I'm really more than happy to meet with you guys if you have any questions or hop on a call to discuss in detail further. But yeah, I really appreciate your time hopping on tonight, and I hope it was super informative. And I'm just going to throw it back to Ryan here to wrap.
Thanks, Drew. I have a family of 5, so if I can do $130 dinner, I'm in over the weekend. So thanks again. Please think about your existing customer base and the opportunities. They're endless, and we know this economy is up and down, and it's a good opportunity to get a little bit more business share. So we hope you enjoyed this broadcast and this platform. It's new to us. We know that you are all busy running your own businesses and managing projects and people. So any topics that you think about in the future that you'd like us to touch on or talk about, please add them into the chat or speak with your Cooper representative, and we'd love to address them and add them on for new content for future events. With that, we do have a couple questions, and while I have the team here, I'll bring them up for the next couple questions.
So it sounds like there's a question that's EV related, so I'm going to.
Yeah, so the question's from Mark, and he's asking, do you carry the load shedding that I'm hearing about for people who have 100 amp service but don't want a service upgrade?
So that's a good question, and thank you, Mark, for asking that. We have a few different type of load centers, so they'd be smart home load centers available. So right now we have a great partnership with a company called Span. Span offers 100 to 200 amp load center. It does allow you to load shed, but we do also offer a product that's by a manufacturer called RVE that allows you to essentially throttle that charger. So there's a couple of different options. If you want to reach out to me directly, Mark, I can certainly help you with specific products, but there are a few different products we offer that will accomplish that same thing. So if they're looking for a panel upgrade, if they're looking for a load center, or if they're looking for an ancillary product, we can accomplish that. The last but not least, and I know Ryan mentioned it, we do have that raffle. So I think we're going to utilize the people that are here on the call now. They're going to go through it, and then we're going to raffle off an EV charger. So just a little background on the EV charger. There's still 6 variants for the charge point charger. So whoever's the winner of that charger gets to choose whether it's one of the 3 Tesla versions or one of the 3 J1772 versions. You and I will make contact. We'll be able to get that shipped out to you right away. In addition, I think we also have some other good stuff.
Milwaukee job site earbuds.
So we've got a set or 2 of the Milwaukee job site earbuds, and that'll also get raffled out to one of your lucky viewers as well.
Anything for lighting? Is there any questions? Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for attending. Like I said, your time is valuable. We appreciate your business, and have a great night.
Good night.
Thank you.